Hello everyone, it's me, Maya, and welcome to my channel. So, I'm in a new location again, across the hall in my mom's office. I'm also losing sunlight, so I'm gonna try to talk fast. Today, I wanted to do a little discussion about was the book better? Is the book and the movie book adaptation always better? So, this kind of stemmed from the Book Riot's Read Harder challenge. The challenge was to read the book and then watch the movie adaptation. For that, I read Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. So this will be sort of a review discussion about the book and the movie and all the other book movie adaptations that I've seen. So with Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, it was dense and it had a lot of heartbreaking events because the main character Oscar Shell is trying to come to terms with his father's death. And it's really interesting to see how a adolescent goes through these big issues. It also is kind of interesting to see the boy go through these issues and how he deals with everything, but also the fact that he is almost like a savant. He's kind of this know-it-all little kid who says, I know this and I know that, and I will admit that he was pretty annoying in a lot of parts because he still doesn't understand a lot about how the world works and how things work. But this knowledge kind of makes him think that he does, which is kind of an interesting thing to reconcile. In the movie, he's a lot easier to deal with in the movie because they basically have him having Asperger's syndrome, which is, I want to say, a form of autism, but I know it's not, so excuse me. I know I'm wrong. Hello there, it's narrator Maya here with a little bit more facts about Asperger's. Asperger's is actually an autism spectrum disorder, so I was right in a way in saying that the two disorders were similar. I'll be leaving some links below with a little bit more information about the disorders so you can check it out for yourself. Now back to the video. It's kind of a way in that he doesn't really know how to deal with social situations. He's has issues with self-harm and a lot of this other things, a slew of problems since his father just died, and probably things that he was already dealing with beforehand. And I would assume that his father was the only one who really knew how to deal with them, especially in the movie. In the book, it's kind of, I don't know, the book is kind of, it's dense and it has a lot going on. In the movie, I would say it's a more succinct story and it does work as a shorter story. I love the book in that it gives you more about the rest of the characters. You got to find out about the grandfather and the grandmother and their story, but you didn't get that as much in the movie. The movie focused more on Oscar, which was okay, but I think I did like the grandmother story. I liked in the movie that it ended up being this whole real scavenger hunt of the father left Oscar this big gift and this big challenge, and it ended up where he Oscar rose to the challenge. In the book, it kind of kept it at the father really didn't leave the challenge, but this whole looking for this mysterious key was Oscar's way of kind of, what's the word? Kind of not reconciling, but coming to terms with his father's death. Now, the age-old question now is, between the book and the movie, which one did I like better? And I can't answer that. I really can't, because I think when we say whether the book or the movie was better, we kind of do a disservice to both. I like the book because it is dense and it gives you more of a story and you can spend more time with it. I love the movie because it was a quick 2 hours of this story that I actually did enjoy, and it worked. Each worked in their own ways. I preferred the ending of the book over the movie. I preferred the movie's plot more than I preferred the book. I think I guess I saw the purpose of all the stories of the people going through these big issues, but it kind of, with all these heartbreaking events, it sort of painted Oscar even more as inconsiderate and just this little brat in the book. So I think I did definitely enjoyed each for their own reasons, and I think we need to kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like you want to lay off talking about movies as like this big disservice to the book. The movie is never as good as the book. But keep in mind that with these movies, sometimes this is the only exposure some of these people are having to the book. And I know for me, I probably wouldn't have never really picked up this book if it weren't for the movie. And a lot of these other movies that I've seen, like, let me check my notes. So some of these other movies that I've seen, like The Fault in Our Stars and Twilight, I probably wouldn't have read these books or even known about these books if it weren't for this movie. And also, I personally don't agree with the you have to read the book first before the movie, because I don't like doing that. I I kind of really drugged through this reading of I. I'm going to shorten it to ELIC, extremely loud and incredibly close, because it's like, oh, this is going on for so long. I'm not really invested, but I can't watch the movie until I finish the book. I don't think we should force ourselves to do that. If you want to watch the movie first, watch the movie first. Personally, I tend to watch the movies first, and then the movie kind of tells me how do I feel about the storyline. Would I like to know more about the story? Because the way I see it, I would much prefer to go from the movie with a little bit of information. I get a taste of what the book is about, and go to the book where I'm expanded in the world. I get more information and everything is just expanding in my mind. Then go from the book where this well thought out world, everything is fantastic, everything makes sense, to have it whittled down and demolished into a movie. That's personally my standpoint on it, because I found with sometimes it's like you give the movie such a bad rap, but like, what did you expect? They're taking 300 plus pages and fitting it into 2 hours, when generally it'll probably take you between 8, 9, 11 hours to finish this book. So you're going from 11 at most hours to 2 hours. Really, this kind of give it a break, kind of really take it for what it is. It's supposed to be an entertainment experience. People are getting exposed to these books that they probably wouldn't have read it anyway. These books are reaching a larger audience because of the movie. So we really should be giving a yay to that, instead of just saying, oh, the book was better. Why did they destroy this? Why did they keep this detail out? It's like, when I listen to those discussions and those conversations, like, what did you kind of expect to happen? But it's kind of to each his own. I know how I am with movie adaptations. If I read the book first, I'll rarely watch the movie. Like the Divergent movies, I've read the book already, so I probably wouldn't really watch the movie unless I just really wanted to see it. There's some other movies that were books that I haven't read the books. The Choice, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, The Hunger Games. I have no inclination to read any of these books, but because of these movies, I have been exposed to the world, which is a win, and I really do appreciate that. And I probably one day I'll read the book. Maybe I won't, since I already know the story. A book movie adaptation that I'm kind of torn about whether I want to read is Me Before You, but I don't know if I really see myself reading it, but I really want to see the movie. And that's fine. It's okay. I think we take things on so seriously that we make it less fun. If you want to do what you want when it comes to reading and movie adaptations, and whichever one you think is better is the one that's probably better. It doesn't really matter if this person liked the movie better, if this person liked the book better. It's what you enjoy, and that's what matters. And that's it. Hopefully, I hit on every point that I wanted to. I'm gonna just assume I did. I really did enjoy this conversation and discussion. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Let me know in the section below. Which do you do first? Do you like to read the book or watch the movie first? And also, which do you think is better, the book or the movie? And how do you feel about the discussion of, well, the book is better and the movie is better, or blah, 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 blah? Leave your thoughts, comments in the comment section below. I'd love to read them, and let's continue this discussion going. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you would like more of these videos, please hit subscribe, like the video as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.